I've been putting this off for about 3 months now, but today I'm going to show you how to put in a super fancy electronic deadbolt. Now, if you don't have experience doing this, this is going to take you 2-3 hours of soul searching hell. I'm going to show you how to get it done in about 10 minutes. We'll cover the couple little things that can go horribly wrong. Let's get to it. First thing you want to do, remove the old deadbolt. You're going to need a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. So take out those screws. If you have a power drill, giddy up. That is going to be a lot quicker. So take that all apart. Now take the new deadbolt, spread out all the parts so you can easily see them. Now we want to install the new bolt. Now these bolts are only going to be able to go in one way. Make sure you get the arrow pointed up. Now you want to check the offset, so just eyeball that and make sure that the little latch piece is centered in the hole. If it's not, you're going to need to spin this thing in order to accommodate either a bigger or smaller offset. Get that centered and then slip that into place. And of course the corners on the new one don't quite fit. You're going to need to do some trimming. To do that, you can use a chisel is the best tool for the job, or a utility knife. If you're going to use the utility knife, put on some eye protection. Those blades can snap off and hit you in the eye. So screw that little latch into place and then take the chisel or the utility knife and trace out the corners that need to come out. Remove the piece and then just cut out those little sections of wood that are going to allow it to fit flush. Be careful, take your time. It's pretty easy to slip and make a big gouge in the door. Now reattach the deadbolt. If you didn't have a mortised out plate section to begin with, you can also use the little circular insert. So you just take the plate off and slip that on in its place. Now we want to put on the keypad. Make sure that the little spinning bit on the keypad is flat so that it can fit nicely into the deadbolt section. Slide that into place, make sure the wire is down below. Then we're going to put the security plate on. Now this little tip that will save you a bunch of grief. When you get that plate on, make sure you get your eyes right behind and line up the holes with the other side before you put the screws in. Once you get that all lined up, put the screws in and then just hand tighten them. Feel where they need to go. Get them just starting to thread. Then tighten them up with the screwdriver. You don't want to use the drill for this. You'll get them too snug. Get them just barely snug and then flip around to the other side and line up the keypad so that it is parallel to the door. Once it's parallel, tighten up the bolts and then test out the deadbolt with the key to make sure that it's spinning in and out nicely. Now we're going to put on the battery pack inside part, so plug that into the little wire. And then this is key here, you need to put the deadbolt out before you attach it on there, otherwise it's not going to work properly. So spin the deadbolt out, slip it onto place, look at the screw holes again with your eyes and line them up. Put the little screws in, hand tighten them, throw the batteries in. At this point when the cover's off, it's easy to program the code in. Push the little program button, hit the 1 and then the wiser symbol, put your code in, hit the wiser symbol again and your code is entered. Slip on the battery cover. Now when it comes to the strike plate, you don't have to replace the old one, but if you're going from brass to black, you probably should. So I put the black one on. I also updated the security screws to be 2.5 inches long rather than the 1-inch screws that came with it. You definitely want to pre-drill here so you don't split the jam. Because the screws didn't match up, I just took a black Sharpie and colored in the ends of the screw to match up nicely. Once you get that installed, make sure that the deadbolt is spinning freely into that little cavity there. If it's not, the easiest way to fix that would be to bend out the little tab on your doorknob. If you find that that tab just wants to bend back over time, jam a little piece of wood in behind it. And hey, if you've got a door that's rubbing in the top or bottom corner, I've got the perfect video to fix that right over here. Here we go, take 17. I mean, if you ever saw Yoda with a drill, forget about it. I'm getting better. I think that was fine. It was pretty good, buddy.